But, you know, it's interesting. Movies now, they get in like a collective thing because I think HBO's been pushing Jaws.
Why?
Do you have HBO?
Is there going to be a remake with a black shark?
There probably is a shark movie coming out. Why else would you buy the franchise?
Trans Jaws?
Trans Shark, yeah. Well, I'm obsessed with the franchise.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I love Jaws 1. That's one of my
Yeah,
favorite
yeah.
movies. But the franchise has a problem I find really funny, which is that there's no reason for a sequel because just one shark that attacks this town. And they were like, all right, we got to make a sequel. And so they were like, all right, another shark will attack the town.
Yeah.
And the mayor still won't believe. The mayor still won't believe the chief of police.
Lightning doesn't strike twice.
So the second movie is just that.
Can't be happening.
The second movie is just the shark attacking, and the chief of police is like, we got another shark. And the mayor's like, come on, let's keep the beaches open. What could go wrong? And he's like, motherfucker, last year. Do you not forget? So then the third one, Roy Scheider says, I don't want to be on it anymore, you know? And so they drop him. And then they're like, well, we still got to make a movie, but they don't know what connects it. So the third one, it's SeaWorld, but his kids now work at SeaWorld.
Right.
Chief Brody's kids. And a shark attacks, and at no point do they ever go, it's kind of a big fucking coincidence that we've now had 3 great whites attack us. Like we had one attack us in the first one, and then another shark, and now we went to SeaWorld, a totally different place, and there's another shark. It's a little bizarre, but at no point are they like, this is kind of spooky.
It's one of those franchises you start to hate watch after a while. Like it just becomes comical. It's
Well,
like, this is fun cartoon.
I just can't get enough of big sharks, though.
In the fourth one,
That's you. Dude. That's your weird fucking shit brain.
in the fourth one, they're forced to be supernatural because the coincidences can't. So in the fourth one, the shark is legitimately
Is that
getting.
Sharknado? That's not part of
No,
the
no,
same.
no, no, no. It's Jaws for the revenge, and the shark is getting revenge on members of the Brody family. So what happened is because they were doing so many coincidences.
Look how passionate he is. Dude.
Yeah.
Do you see him come up? He bucked up. He put his glasses in his hands. This is how you sell a movie, Chris.
I find it fascinating because the supernatural was more believable than the coincidence.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have a fourth shark attack the Brody family. So at that point, the shark is like wanting revenge.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like a supernatural shark.
I mean,
They worked their way into it.
This dude just sat through 3 hours of Rogan. He's like, finally, finally.
Finally, I can talk about Jaws.
Dude.
45 minutes on Jaws.
Yeah. Joe just wouldn't bring it up, dude. You don't want to talk about fucking Jaws?
Yeah.
3 hours, you don't bring up Jaws?
Well, that's funny. Talk about homework podcast. Joe literally stopped doing our podcast. I lost my co-host to the homework.
Yeah.
Even he was like, I can't do this anymore.
I can
And the
see Les
homework is
bailing
just
on
watching a movie?
Yeah, but I guess that was a lot for him. I don't know.
Was this after the kid or before he was just like, fuck it, I can't do
Well,
this?
he never wanted it to be like super consistent.
Yeah.
He always just wanted to do it when he could. But then he had a kid, and he cares about the kid more than the podcast.
Yeah,
like a
God
bitch.
forbid.
And I told him, I was like, you got to get your priorities straight. What do you
Yeah.
care about?
Yeah.
Your baby?
We could be making $1,300 a month.
No, we're
And
not.
you're keeping-
No, we weren't making that. Your baby or this podcast that has potential to make money.
You're not going to be able to tell your kid about these movies.
It's so sad.
We should have done like a fucking Patreon cast when you were absorbing all these movies just to take.
What were you doing?
He was just watching Black.
I don't know. I didn't have anything to do during the day, so
Yeah.
it's just kind of
Watching movies?
Yeah, and you watch another
6
one
hours
and
of black
another
and
one.
white 1950s films.
I love movies.
I got into a
Obviously.
big phase of watching like old.
I know this is gonna backfire on me.
Yeah.
You're trying to like get me to make fun of it.
I shouldn't have brought
These
it up.
fucking idiots
You're
watching
like-
hours of movies a day. It's like, yeah, no, I try to do podcasts about
You're
it.
like, look at this queer, and I'm like, no, what movies did you
I'll
watch?
suck your dick right now, dude. Let's make a movie of that.
What did you really like?
I was just getting into watching like whatever was on HBO Max.
Yeah,
like, as
they
far
have a
as,
great
like,
collection.
They do, yeah. I was watching like the old Italian movies like La Ventura and
Oh, nice.
like La Notte and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, Antonioni.
Yeah. I got big into that, and because there was also just something nice about watching old movies, like getting out of your phone.
Yeah, of course.
Everything is so slow. They so don't give a fuck about
Movies
your
are
time.
movies are the new books.
Yeah.
You watch a movie, you're like, actually, movies are like a meditation. Now. You watch a movie, you're like, whoa.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
focused for like an hour.
Yeah.
Did you watch Bicycle Thief?
I have not
Sika?
watched Bicycle Thief.
That's a great one.
Yeah. That's like one of the all-time.
Yeah, it's
movies,
just director DeSica. All his movies, the plot will just make you cry. Like just the plot. He has one movie called Umberto D. I'm going to tell you the plot. I mean, you're not going to cry, but you're going to like, it's moving, just the plot.
I'm emotional.
Yeah, you might cry.
Dude, I cry at commercials.
All right, well,
I get.
you might cry at this. This is the plot. It's an old guy. You just start bawling immediately.
Those movies were like, those were like right at the edge of what I was like willing to step into. Umberto D. I was like, I don't know what that is.
It's like an old guy who's he lost his job. He has to work for a living still. It's and they evict him from his apartment, and he's like 60, 70, or maybe 60, and he has a dog, and he wants to commit suicide, but he doesn't want to leave the dog. So the whole movie is him just trying to find new owners for the dog so he can go out and commit suicide afterwards.
Oh my God, that rules.
Yeah.
This is like that pot delivery show on HBO.
Oh,
High maintenance.
high maintenance?
High maintenance.
Where every episode it's a new episode of him trying to find a dog owner so he can kill himself.
I assume that's how it ends. I didn't watch it. Yeah.
Put this man on a bike.
It's a powerful movie.
No, but it's like
That's why I got my dog, by the way. She's only 4 months old. I figure I can't kill myself. Just give it to my girl.
It keeps you from it.
It does.
Doing
It's,
it, you know?
oh, dude.
Yeah.
The level of happiness. This fly,
I know.
it's going to fire me the fuck
very
up.
aggressive.
I wish I had a pet.
I'm also worried.
Our landlord doesn't allow pets, so I guess I'm just not going to be happy in life.
Well, there's a
There's loopholes to that.
There's a loophole, and in
Yeah.
fact, in our contract, the project management company that's a third party to the actual owner of this property, it states very clearly no pets. So we didn't do this on purpose, but I did a lot of research into what are they called? Not service animals.
Pets are the new weed. You can, you know what I mean?
Not service
It's like
animals.
you can get a card that basically means you can. Yeah.
Right. Emotional support.
Emotional support animals. So I did a lot of research into that, finding out like what are the loopholes, what can they and can't they do. Texas is very strict about like if you need one, you can have one.
Really?
Under almost every circumstance except our circumstance with like if you have a third party management company and they're renting directly through them to you, your documentation and your certificate does not, it doesn't work. So they can fine you whatever's in the contract, which is our monthly rent every month on top of that until you get rid of the dog.
So they allow no pets here?
They allow no pets here. We got her contract, and then I
fuck? It's
found
just a
out
house, though.
it's a house. I
Why
know.
would they care?
Because it's a project management company. Apparently, we know the owner from afar now, and she doesn't give a fuck. And it's just a project management company trying to get money in their pocket because once she sells this house, they're not a part of it anymore.
Oh, I see.
So it's the third party scumbags trying to get extra money.
So they don't know about it.
They don't know about it, but at the same time, I found a clause saying the only way you can is the owner of this property, if they own and rent out more than 3 properties, then it's null and void.
God, what?
And this woman owns 20 properties.
You're like a prisoner reading the law book.
I had to. I fucking had to because once I saw what this dog did to me and my girl, like in terms of happiness, I was like,
Of course,
I have
yeah.
to fight. I'll
really
pay the
want
fine
one.
to get a new house that accepts dogs.
I want a cat, actually, but my girlfriend doesn't like cats. Because she found a cat in an alleyway like 10 years ago at her job, and she brought it home like a retard, and then it like went berserk and attacked her. And like they had to call animal control, and now she like is afraid of all cats.
PTSD.
Yeah, so she
Did it
hates
like bite her
cats.
face and shit?
No, it didn't even bite her roommate. It bit her. I mean, it bit her a little, but like it really bit her roommate. But it's like, but it's still like a cat. We can see an argument.
Yeah.
Well, apparently
She passed. She
Yeah.
passed.
they called animal control, and I think animal control had to bring the police. They arrested the cat. I don't know. It was a whole thing, but like
It's 2 women in an apartment. You can't really know how bad it was.
Right.
You can't hit one of them. If you're a cat, you
No
gotta hit one of
offense,
these
but
dudes.
yeah.
We got in arguments though. She's like, a cat can kill you. I'm like, no, they can't.
No,
and
they
we
can't.
like we literally would argue. She'd like, no, a cat could possibly kill a person. I'm like, there is literally no way a cat could kill a person. She's like, what if it scratched your wrist and it bled? I'm like, they're not. It's not that deep that they could do that.
I'm almost inclined to agree with her here. The cats are so nimble.
Your cat is not nimble.
Well, how could it? But how could it kill you? I mean, it could maybe give you like fuck you and give you feline AIDS, but I don't think that transfers.
Even if the hardest scratch, it just makes you itch.
It's
'cause-
death by 1,000 cuts, dude.
Yeah. No, a pack of cats.
And I don't think feline AIDS is even that bad.
Look,
right?
a 13-year-old couldn't kill me.
I don't know if it's
but 7
transmissible.
13-year-olds,
7 13-year-olds
they could kill me.
if they were all like in some kind of possessed.
Yes, yeah, and they had
Like
rocks and sticks and
like
shit.
a vampire. If you were a vampire, and a bunch of cats attacked
Yeah,
you.
and then the lower you go, the more you get out of the cat range. Like,
But one cat, They're not going to kill you. But she
No,
hates cats.
They'll eat you
fuck
after
you
you're
up.
dead, though.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. That's par for the course.
That's creepy enough to not have a fucking cat.
But so will a dog.
A dog
fucking
wouldn't eat you.
Oh,
A dog would starve looking longly in your eyes next to you.
No, there's a woman in France. She got like some kind of operation. She went home.
Well, she probably smelled like cheese emitting from her fat face.
She took like an Ambien. She took like an
You can't
Ambien.
smell like dog food. That is one of the. Yeah.
She took an Ambien, fell asleep, and the dog like ate off her face
Damn.
while she was asleep. Or like not an Ambien, something even stronger.
You see the story about this guy who took an Ambien just recently? I kicked off a flight. Where's my phone?
No.
He
Let's
pissed.
not look it up. I'm done looking stuff up.
Yeah,
Jamie, can you pull that?
you got it. Yeah.
No, he apparently took an Ambien.
Look it up.
He's never taken a sleeping pill before. He took an Ambien, pissed on this old lady for 20 straight seconds. And
Wait,
then just
where?
like slapped some on a flight.
Ambien will fuck you up.
He was going from Dublin to Boston, which is like,
That's a
Dublin
big
to Boston
flight.
is like time travel to the same place.
Yeah.
But he just got up on Ambien. I have a joke about it because like I time traveled on Ambien.
Sure.
Like you find yourself in different rooms doing crazy shit.
It's blackout shit.
Blackout shit, dude. I was headbutting e-finance when he stayed over my apartment.
Well, you could do that sober pretty easily.
True. I wasn't even on
God.
Ambien that
It can be
night yet.
irritating.
It was just fucking annoying.
Yeah, no, Ambien and Xanax will fucking make you do shit. It's like it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fun.
Yeah, my brother used to take Ambien, and it was he wouldn't take it in bed. He'd always take it while we're doing shit.
Same.
And then you'd be hanging out with him, and he just start asking questions, and you're like, oh, you're retarded.
Yeah.
Like you don't even
Yeah,
realize.
yeah.
He just starts like asking the most. And
You
he's
hate
a
the
smart
switch.
guy. Yeah.
Well, the goal is to find that little gray area. I used to do the same thing with Benadryl. I used to call it Benny Walloped. Me and my friend would take like 2 or 3 Benadryls and drink wine.
Oh, that's
and
fun.
then you'd eventually get Benny Walloped. And then go night-night.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But that little fog area
It's
is a
fun.
nice fucking big wave to surf into the land before you go night-night.
Ambien. Yeah.
Ambien is the same way. You take a pill and you wait like 30 to 45 minutes. And then with the booze, it's like mushrooms hitting.
Well, you know what it is too. It feels like
fucking
I
terrifying.
guess I've never had it, but it feels like laughing gas. You just find everything funny.
You find the zone, it's fucking so fun, dude.
You know what it is? It's the kind of drug where it makes you dumb, but then you find that hilarious.
Yeah.
That you're dumb.
Yeah.
You just start laughing at
Yeah.
how dumb you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's also oddly one of those drugs where you start saying things that make sense in the dumb realm. You know when you make sense of how stupid life is?
Yeah.
In a certain way, you're like, actually, that's brilliant.
Yeah.
I never thought the perspective on your stupid fucking comment is actually smarter than the stupidity. Look, it outweighs it. It's the scales of justice.
I was at my cousin had a bat mitzvah. Not to get all Jewy on you all.
No, don't. My girl's not going to be here until the podcast is over. She's Palestinian. Stick around.
I'll get out of here quickly.
Jamie, pull up the tape.
I always wanted a bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah. No, yeah.
Spots for the ladies.
Yeah.
I did a b'nai mitzvah. Me and my twin sister. Joint.
Whoa.
Yeah, I had a speech.
What's it called?
B'nai mitzvah.
Bename.
B'nai.
Benet.
Like John Benet Ramsey.
Yeah, that's what it's named after.
Better ending.
Yeah, they kidnapped
I,
both kids.
we both had speeches, and I went first and just like destroyed.
Like best out of your life.
That's so
It was
funny.
pretty good.
Buried
Like,
my sister.
A standing, she could not follow me.
That's how you knew you were calling.
It was like a standing ovation. It's just crazy shit. And then she went up and just
Wait, it's 13?
13.
Yeah.
She went up and just ate a big dick.
Good.
Yeah. Fuck her for thinking she should go last.
Did she demand to close? Or yeah.
I don't know why she closed. I don't think she demanded it. I think it was just the way it was paired. But still, fuck her. You know.
You
Maybe
put
it's
me in
just
that
a
situation, I'm gonna kill.
Family values, like as a guy, you
Yeah.
usually let the woman go first, like through a doorway and stuff. But
Yeah.
like, to alleviate the pressure of a speech, you'd probably like, get up there.
Yeah.
As a kid, fuck around. Your sister's coming up after you.
Right. But I think it's more like women don't matter in Judaism. It's like, it's an afterthought.
True. Yeah. What level of Judaism?
Me?
Yeah.
Conservative. So do you know the levels?
No, I don't.
No.
I just know, like, when you start wearing wigs and doing crazy shit.
That's Orthodox.
Yeah.
I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, that's where it gets fucking.
Well, one step below that.
Shit where it gets trans.
Yeah.
Shit where it gets so fundamental so it goes the other way and just starts getting into kinky shit. They're really religious. They wear wigs and fuck through a hole. It sounds like a kink party.
So you're Jewish the way I was raised Catholic. I went to school. I went to 12 years of Catholic school, but like you don't really.
I mean, I'm not like a practicing Jew now,
Right?
Because I'm not an idiot.
Yeah. So that's what I'm getting at.
No, I'm just joking about that. But like, yeah, conservatives like in between Orthodox and Reformed. Reformed is like the lesbian rabbi, and it's just kind of like it's like the very liberal one. Conservatives like in the middle. It's like so Orthodox is just do everything like it says in the Bible.
Yeah.
And some Orthodox is like really fundamentalist, like they believe the world is whatever 5,000-6,000 years old or whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's conservative.
Oh, you guys have those people too?
Oh yeah, big time.
So almost flat Earth.
Not flat Earth, but definitely like the world
There's
is
no
only like
dinosaurs?
6,000. Yeah. The world is only like 6,000 years old. Yeah, or I mean maybe they're dinosaurs, but it all happened a lot quicker
At the same time.
Yeah, they're just so off.
Yeah.
They're like it's 6,000 years old. 6,000 years old. You're like you're off by like billions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You didn't carry the billion.
Yeah. It's not even close.
You're off by a sum that's difficult to comprehend. Yeah.
But I was in the middle. It's like it was like kind of liberal, but also you follow the rules. Reform is just kind of like you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, it's a healthy way to live and raise your children to start a family.
You give them something to leave.
Yeah. Right.
That's the way I was raised Catholic. It's like here's something to leave behind.
Yeah.
It's just to avoid the death talk.
It's
It's all just to avoid the death talk.
I also feel like
can't talk about it.
1,000,000%, but there is a structure there that you want to instill within your children, like Pee Wee football.
Yeah.
It's like you start, you got to finish. You just don't realize that Catholicism is like fucking 20 years. You know?
Yeah.
It's 20 seasons of getting your ass kicked in the hot grass.
Right. You don't want to
It's
give
like,
up.
yeah. So, but there is camaraderie and like they like structure. It's discipline. It's almost military.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you need a sense of community. I mean, you need a balance in life. Yeah, you shouldn't be like all community, but you can't be like just everyone out for themselves.
Yeah.
You want some sense of community.
Yeah.
And that's what religion offers people a lot too. It's just like a community.
100%.
Yeah.
In Catholic school, I feel like it was a lot about parents being like, if I break them in the same way I was broken,
Yeah.
I'll be able to fix it.
Yeah. Or they know my language.
Yeah, Catholicism, that must have been wild. I mean, like, Catholicism is we're so ingrained in it, we don't realize how, like, macabre it is.
Yeah.
Just the whole Jesus, just the fact that you have, like, a crucifix up there.
Yeah.
You're drinking its blood. It's just, like, so macabre, but we're, like, ingrained to just think of it as normal, you know?
Yeah. That's what, I mean, this is my favorite part. I said this on a pod recently, but my favorite part about Texas is just how Christian everybody is because Sundays, everybody fucks off. It's very peaceful. It has an element of, like, the 50s.
Oh, wow.
It's like people are either cooking dinner at a supermarket early. No one's on the road from 3 to like ever. Yeah.
Wow.
Bars are closed. Not bars are closed. Liquor stores are closed. There's just like a vibe that's just like very old school, homey.
What kind of Christian are they? Most people.
I don't
like
fucking
Baptist,
know. Mexican
Baptist?
Christian, fat white Christian.
Well, Mexican Christian's probably Catholic
Yeah,
Christian.
mostly.
But I don't know what the fat white one is.
I don't know. There's so many
some
different
type of Protestant,
There's
isn't it?
they're all here.
Well, I don't
Lutherans
really
here.
know the difference between any of them.
Look it up. Look it up.
Yeah.
We'll kill another 45 minutes and be out of here in no time.
By the way, you're so funny in that movie that Sam made.
Oh yeah.
Sam Rubinoff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
with me and List.
Yeah, very funny.
Thank you,
It's
dude.
Hilarious.
Yeah, that turned out really well.
Yeah, very well
great.
made. Yeah,
We went to the cabin for like 2 days, and what's it called again? Civic Duty.
Civic Duty. Yeah,
Yeah, check it out if you haven't never seen it. Civic Duty on YouTube.
It's
great.
Glad I made sure to get your plugs in.
You were just on Rogan. Can you just fucking stay on your horse for a second, dude? Jesus Christ. That's all I have is Civic Duty.
He didn't give me at the end. He was like, "All right, it was great being here." I'm like, "What? I got to plug in."
Yeah. You know what? Just shit. Now I'm going to cut that anyway. This podcast is sponsored by Squarespace. You guys know Squarespace. We talk about it all the time. We use them ourselves. It's very, very easy. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online, whether you're just starting or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time all in one place, all on your terms. I'm going to tell you exactly what my favorite aspects of this are, genuinely. Joshua. Payments. You can make flexible payments. Make checkout seamless for your customers with simple but powerful payment tools. They accept credit cards, Apple Pay, PayPal, and in eligible countries offer customers an option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay and ClearPay. Another Squarespace AI. You like this. You're a fucking tech dork. Kickstarter update written content on any website, product description, or email with Squarespace AI generating instant personalized results that know and show your brand identity. Explain what your site is about, choose your tone, and enter what you need to get short or long-form text. No matter the placement, Squarespace AI makes it easier to go live, stand out, and succeed online. Lastly, sell content. We're big pigs in selling content on our site. We got a trucker hat coming out that's pretty sick. It's a hunting trucker hat. I got to show you that after we just send it out to get made. Sell exclusive content on your site by adding a paywall. Sell memberships or courses, or sell files your customers can download. Video collection. Upload video content. Organize your video library and showcase your content on beautiful video pages. You can even sell access to your video library by adding a paywall to your content. All right. So if you're on the fence about all this stuff, I would say get the fuck off the fence. Go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/Stuff Island to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com/Stuff Island to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. You'll succeed. This episode's also brought to you by Moonwalker. Want to elevate your lifestyle? We're talking about Moonwalker, the endless emporium for premium THC-infused gummies, vapes, and smokables that promise to give your day a boost. The best part, I don't even have any left. This is all I got. This is the vape. That's all I got. That's how good these gummies are. Every comic that we've had on know them. They love Moonwalker, and they bring them to the fucking mothership. What's her face? Liz took like 3 bottles. She wasn't even drinking. And Chris offered her a couple gummies. She took 3 fucking bottles. So I'm down the vape. This is the one thing I've been hiding from Chris's girlfriend, because this is her favorite thing. So this is all I have. So send me some more, Moonwalker. They're just a click away, shipping directly to your door, 100% legal and no med card required. Moonwalker doesn't just sell gummies, vapes, and flower. They craft experiences with a wide range of flavors and effects. There's something for every mood and occasion, whether it's unwinding after a long day, adding a little bliss to your weekend adventures, or even reliving pain and getting better sleep. Moonwalker's got the perfect combination of cannabinoids waiting for you. And for those new to the world of THC gummies, Moonwalker offers sample packs. The perfect way to explore their gummies and discover Moonwalker magic for yourself, from their most popular flavors to their most unique brands. Each gummy is carefully formulated to provide a consistent and reliable effect, whether you're seeking relaxation, an escape, or just a touch of joy in your day. Maybe just blowing smoke in your new puppy's face because it's fucking pissing you off. Moonwalker recently launched their Libido gummies with 10 milligrams of Delta-9 THC and 200 milligrams of their proprietary Libido Boost blend, including ingredients such as cordyceps, mushrooms, macas, tribulus, and red ginseng, dedicated to help melt away stress, enhance your physical performance, increase intimacy, and awaken your sex drive. Check them out at moonwalker.com. Here's a scoop just for our incredible fans. Moonwalker is hooking you up with an exclusive deal. Use promo code StuffIsland at checkout, and you'll score 30% discount on your order. Dang. That's code StuffIsland for 30% off. Absolutely no restrictions. All products are federally legal, safe for adult use, and third-party tested. Head over to moonwalker.com. That's moonwalker.com. No, it was great. Sam's so creative and so, like, dude, the way that kid...
He's still doing that film festival, right?
Yeah. We got in a fight, actually, because we're over it now, but he messaged me. He's like, hey, we're doing the film festival. I had just made a movie with Joe List.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, put your movie in it, And then the other person also asked me to do it. So I just assumed it was a formality because he asked me personally. So I put it in there.
Yeah.
And then I just got a mass rejection email.
What?
I'm like, what the fuck? I only did it because you asked me. And then I get a fucking I'm the first person ever to get a personal invitation but a math rejection email. And then he apologized. It's fine, but I confronted him. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, trying to make it look like an exclusive club.
It's like I get rejected enough. I didn't need to be asked to get rejected. Dude. And he's like, look, we loved your film, but I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Don't tell me you
didn't have the votes to pass, dude. Yeah.
So, you know, I'm not a nominee in the Sam Rubinoff Film Festival, but I made the first round of elimination.
Let's go. Which one is this? Which film?
I made a movie with Joe List about
the last one he put
the
out.
Facebook thing.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's only 8 minutes, and I clearly watched yours, but that's fine.
Yeah, what was ours? 12? Thank you for your service.
It might have been longer than that. It might have gone up to 15.
I don't think so.
I just made a movie. I raised $34,000, and me and my buddy, like, we've been writing scripts our whole, for 20 years. We finally condensed one into a 25-minute movie. And
really?
made it, and we went $13,000 over budget, but it was awesome. It was so fun.
What is it?
It's a thriller. It's not a comedy.
Is it being edited?
Yeah, we're editing it now. It's about a caretaker who's has this patient with dementia, an old guy, and one day she's they're playing a record, and he seems to remember the song. She's like, "Oh, you remember this?" And he's like, "Yeah, this song was playing the night I strangled Rosie." He just says it out of nowhere.
Yeah,
but he has dementia, so she doesn't know if he's joking or not. So it's just about her trying to figure out if
he actually killed her.
Killed someone, yeah. And he's this nice, charming old
Let's
guy.
go.
Yeah.
Dementia already is the scariest thing in the world to me.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
I'm
already
fucking
I can already
terrifying.
smell it through my right nostril.
No, but I think if
my brain is already cooked.
I think if you know it, you're good. As long as you know you're losing your memory.
Well,
you're
that's
good.
the point of dementia. You don't fucking know you're going crazy.
That's what I'm saying. When you you're I'm losing my memory. You're in a good place. But it's when you're no, everything's fine. I'm just waiting for my third grade teacher to breathe.
But see,
I'm late for class.
That's why, obviously Biden was not in great shape.
Yeah.
But I didn't really buy the dementia thing because I feel if he had dementia, he'd be up there being Mommy, I'm late for second grade.
I'm starting to believe. I'm into that conspiracy theory of the masks and the actors. Jim Carrey's apparently one of the Bidens.
Really?
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. Got into it hard, dude.
Well, if you heard it, then that's all the proof you know.
Baby, what do you think this podcast is? It's science.
I was gonna have some source, but you heard it.
The only one who could pull off Biden.
Biden's very easy to do.
What is the? I don't understand what's the theory.
Theory is the CIA, which has been proven to have these masks that are so human-like. They've been using them since the 80s.
Okay.
So there's CIA.
And by proven, you mean not proven.
What?
By proven, you mean not proven.
No, proven. There's
a Mission Impossible mask.
Yes, documented interviews with ex-CIA women that were in the room. They did it to Bush or Obama, where she pretended to do an interview with one of them, which was clearance, all the clearance, and then at the end ripped her mask off to show that she was really this woman that they've already known.
Really?
And he was like, "What the fuck?" So there was they practiced.
I'll have to
this level of mask. You could buy one. Dude, it's on my algorithm, my feed on Instagram.
Yeah, you can buy them.
You can buy one that looks unbelievably good.
Yeah.
What do you think the CIA has had for fucking 30 years?
It's just a believable looking mask, but it can't be as good as Mission Impossible.
Dude.
Because Mission Impossible, it's moves with the person.
I think we're there. And I think that guy fucking was gone a while ago and they just put another dude in a fucking mask.
Biden?
To stumble the way he's been stumbling just to make ends meet to get him the fuck
Why
out
wouldn't
of
they just
there.
make him a normal guy?
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't they just make?
Because he was already
going through all the effort.
All right, he died. We'll replace him, but make him just as scarily old and out of it.
No.
Should we make him a little less stumbling? No.
No.
We're liars, but we got to be
You guys are
consistent.
just imagining all the writers' room arguments that they're having about what tone to hit with how fucking senile he is.
Why don't they just make him? Yeah, just
No,
make him a
give
good
a lazy guy.
president.
Don't believe it.
And what is the point of it? For him to just
No,
drop
I'm
out?
saying-
He
you guys-
just died.
You guys, you're missing my time frame here where he started losing his fucking skull and doing weird shit. And then they were bring in a couple masks and continue that weird shit until we can delay it to the point where we can swap for one retard to
When
another.
you move to Austin, you have to agree to just believe in crazy shit.
No, I just am bored out here, man. There's so much land. I got a dog I run with. In New York, you're too busy stepping over human shit that you don't have time to
You
believe
don't have time for it.
It's
So funny. It's so funny to think of them getting mad. Like the guy who did the Biden State of the Union.
Yeah.
That kind of went well.
Oh, yeah.
Have them be like, what the fuck was that? That was great, you sack of shit.
They almost caught us.
Look, I told you to have to get a valedictorian for a fucking man.
The plan is very simple. He died. We want him out of there.
Yeah.
And he died, which would think that would be the answer. But no, we have to have him in a mask. And then have him drop out.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
That is the problem with those. Is it's such a more fun way to view the world.
I know. I kind of got a little in it with Rogan. I'm not a conspiracy theory guy. I'm like the opposite.
First of all,
I don't
before
think
you say
JFK
this, I want the viewers to know you just got back from Rogan, and the fact that you've been asking to do this podcast, and then you drove from Rogan to do this.
Yeah.
Hats off, bud.
Thank you. I didn't realize how far away it was, to be fair.
I didn't realize how unfunny this was going to be.
To be fair, I did not realize it was a half an hour away. But of course, I
You
want to
did
do
leave
this,
at 5:30.
I left Rogan early. I'm like, dude, I got to get out of here. I got Pope, you know.
But I'm with you on the JFK thing because I went to Dealey Plaza, and I was like,
Same. He talked shit about the shot.
I was just like, if you can't make this shot, what's the point of a gun?
Well, it's also
the
like
book depository is not. I feel like I could throw a baseball to that window.
yeah, and it's also like even if something's
100%.
Yeah.
even if something's crazy, it's like 9/11, like two buildings that never really hit skyscrapers, but then you had all these guys in basements going, "That's not how buildings fall." I'm like, how do you know? This is the first time that's happened.
Yeah.
It's like even if it was a crazy shot, sometimes crazy shit happens, and it's like
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just saying to him,
Are you saying Bush didn't do 9/11?
yeah, I'm saying.
Nothing. Let's talk about Jaws. Jaws 7 is more believable than what you're saying right now.
No,
I would like the angle on a Jaws movie with that family where they've just had so many of these.
and they just start talking about it. Like,
Well, they've had so
fuck
many
is
of
going-
the same shark attack them that they just start to think it's like a marine biology phenomenon.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
they're
like,
just
this
like,
is
no, this is what
crazy.
great whites do. Yeah. And someone's like, no, this is not normal. And they're like, this happens to us all the time.
wait, your family
like a
didn't.
cat killing.
It's like when your family does something weird, you don't realize. Your family doesn't get repeatedly attacked by great white sharks.
100%.
Oh wow, I thought that's what happened.
Yeah.
I love the job, but I always want. There's definitely a lot of holes. I feel like the big hole.
There's a lot of holes.
Yeah.
The big hole in the first one is that I don't think it's all about the chief of police. I don't think it's really his jurisdiction. It's a shark in the water.
Yeah.
Like, that's a Coast Guard thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I got to stop the shark. It's like, you can't arrest him. He's not like a citizen. And then he goes on the boat at the end. What the fuck is he doing on the boat?
There was probably a meeting in the writer's room where like no one respects a Coast Guard. They're only going to respect a mayor or a sheriff, somebody that talks to the people, and they're like, that guy with a badge knows about sharks. He must know about sharks.
But then he leaves the land where there is crime.
Yeah.
So now Amity is lawless because he's on a boat.
yeah.
But it's like, with his cop gun?
It is it's such a fun idea to me. I feel like it would never land though. It's just like take all of those types of movies and just
Make it realistic.
just have them be like, call the Navy. And they
Yeah.
like come in and just neutralize it.
In
they're like,
Twister,
Jesus, that was-
Twister, they don't actually get in harm's way at all.
Yeah.
Because that's not what
that's
happens.
way too dangerous and drive away.
Twister's so funny because they have a new one, obviously. Twisters, which is like aliens.
Right
you know?
now?
Yeah, they have a new one coming out. Yeah, Twisters.
Dude, you got to get back on this movie podcast. You're fascinating, dude.
But the Twister thing is funny because in the first, you all see the first one?
No.
They have to make.
Oh, I saw Twister.
Yeah,
Yes, I don't
Twister.
remember
I
it.
saw it in theaters
They
with my
have
grandpa.
to, so they have to have a bad guy. So the bad guy is just another meteorologist.
Yeah.
So it's just a meteorologist, but he's like the villain. And you're like, he's just trying to, help things.
Collect data.
Yeah, but he's like, no, he's bad. And then he gets killed. You're supposed to be really happy. Like, fuck it.
Does he get killed by the Twister?
Yeah. He gets it's Carrie Ools or however you say his name.
oh
Carrie.
yeah, the guy from
Princess Bride. Saw. He gets a pole flings through the window and goes through
The
his
Jewish
head.
student, Princess Bride?
No,
Which is the
that's
No,
Nance.
no.
That's Wallace Shawn.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's actually two Jews because there's also Mandy Patinkin, but that's Wallace Shawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mandy Patinkin.
Mandy Patinkin.
That Mandy Patinkin is the you killed my whatever you call it.
You killed my father.
Yeah, yeah.
Prepare to die.
Dude, I've
He's
some
so
of the
hot,
hardest
dude.
some of
hot.
some of the hardest I've ever laughed in my life was like there was one time on vacation where Mandy Patinkin came up and my parents were like, "Ugh, I fucking hate that guy."
Really? Why?
And they were like, he was everywhere for a couple of years there.
Oh, really?
Like,
Yeah, well, introduce him to The Rock.
What the hell are you talking about?
How do they feel about Kevin Hart?
Princess Bride has one of my favorite, the funniest line ever when Walsh shot it. He talks about how smart he is, and they're like, "Really? Are you really that smart? How are you that smart?" And he tries to prove it. He goes, "Well, Socrates, Aristotle, morons." It's just his proof. It's another movie. Me and my girlfriend are watching.
I used to say that guy. I used to quote him going, "My name is Antonio Banderas. You killed my father."
Yeah, it's like Puss in Boots.
Yeah. Prepare to die.
Me and my girlfriend are rewatching Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Which Roger
so-
Rabbit
So
is
underrated.
the funniest character.
It's unbelievable, dude.
He's a really tragic character because he can't help but be funny.
Yeah.
So even in desperate situations, he's just forced to do gags.
Yeah.
You know? But he's like scared, but he still has to I only put the handcuffs off when it's funny. But he's like, it's like terrifying. He's like afraid for his life, but he can't help but be funny. And it's some of the funniest, just like when he's like, when he's just like looking at Donald Duck in awe on the movie. What finesse? What timing? No one takes a fall like Donald. It's like a comic talking about another comic.
That was the first cartoon I beat off to. It was at Jessica Rabbit.
I was going to ask which cartoon. I was going to try to guess.
Yeah.
I was gonna go with the shoe.
Yeah.
The shoe thrown
She
to
was
acid.
so fucking hot, dude. And most recently, maybe 5-6 years ago, I beat off to how cartoon porn is just being funneled in Pornhub and stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't.
You don't have
I
to have it.
I didn't search it.
You don't have to just. He's
Yeah,
like,
it was
how they force it on you.
Yeah. It popped up, dude.
They caught me with my pants down.
They force the Pornhub. They're just forcing it on you. You just have to give in.
Look, my adolescent years was Marge Simpson, but I wasn't fired up. You know what I mean? There wasn't enough coal in my steam.
But were you really?
my steam box?
Were you really? So you really jacked off to?
Yeah, Lois. From
Yeah, well,
Family
it
Guy.
does. At some point, it does.
Lois getting fucking knocked around. I think it was.
You like cartoon porn? I'm not judging.
No. It was so interesting. I was like, this
challenge.
is hilarious, and I was like, oh my god, it's pretty fucking good.
I've never actually got into cartoon porn. I was jacking off to a porn star that I realized after a couple of years was AI.
Oh no,
Yeah.
you got catfished by fucking
I got
AI porn
catfished.
star.
I thought she was real. Oh. She looked really
you okay?
real. It's creepy because I'd have rather just found out she was a man or something.
Yeah.
Because now I just jacked off to some Indian nerdy computer programmer's imagination.
Yes.
I jacked off to what his ideal woman
That's
is.
the future.
It's crazy.
Yeah. The next generation won't know what they're beating off. to.
Patel made me come. You know, it's just bizarre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty sick.
There's a
It's pretty
Rajneesh
awesome.
Patel.
It's like I don't know. The idea that you can make something like that is pretty cool. I was always jealous of people that could draw really good naked women.
Yeah, right? You create
You'd
your
be
own
like,
porn.
oh my god, yeah.
But it was too good to be
what
true.
if I was able to do that? What type of women would I create? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've never had that.
Do you
want
wanna
to
see her?
It's great.
Do you want to see her?
Yes, I do.
I just want you to know, I'm not an idiot. It's pretty believable.
It's not like pixelated.
It's gonna be a stick figure.
Sprites.
No, I mean, they've gotten so good.
Yeah.
The AI show. I should have known though, because she has huge tits, but her face is like that girl next door
That's
cute face.
perfect.
And I don't think usually, if you have a cute girl next door face, you don't usually have monster tits. You know what I mean?
If they're naturals, they're out there.
Yeah, I guess so. But these
I've
were
been dipping in the natural pool lately.
of course, that's what
because the older you get, it's the reverse bell curve. It's like I'm
what
not
I've
seeing
always-
these high springy tits anymore.
fuck that shit.
These memory foam boobs sitting up high and big fucking heaters. Now I'm just seeing,
What are you seeing? Where are you seeing this?
online. I'm saying I'll peruse the fucking natties,
Yeah,
natural bombs.
yeah.
And it's like when you see a high swinging natural tit, it's so strange. Like the ski slope sits up and then it's got a big bulbous pear at the bottom.
Yeah, it's great.
Wait, what are you talking about? Fake tits or big?
No, real natural. Why are you guys not listening to me say natural? Real fat natural
I guess I'm
tits.
struggling with what you're so shocked about.
I don't like fake.
I'm not shocked. I'm saying the older I get, the more I appreciate it
Oh yeah.
because I'm going the opposite direction.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow.
What?
It's good,
Also,
right?
she's Italian Irish, not Indian.
No, I didn't say she was Indian. I thought it was like a computer programmer.
Yeah,
an
Patel,
Indian.
the guy who
I was
made it.
racistly typecasting a computer
yeah,
programmer.
God, yeah, that's.
I mean, it's believable, right?
What? Were you just? This is actual porn.
I'm like, it's believable. You're getting hard right now.
Dude, I love how it said.
Let me see
This
this
has
thing.
56.3 thousand likes. It's just a photo on Instagram. And it says birthday cake. Today I celebrate my birthday, rabbit ears.
See? It seems so human.
That is so human. But it is what a girl with big fat tits and a little dress would say.
Yeah, and she's Spanish, so you never see her talking.
And there's like video
Yeah.
of that. Is
yeah,
that
there's
what you're
video of her naked in a shower. I don't know how they do it.
Did you see the latest? I saw a montage of Trump
Oh, is it?
with Kamala.
Was it
Or
like?
making
they're
out? Yeah.
kissing.
Yeah, walking
and then
on
it
the
turns
beach.
into her pregnant and he's rubbing her bare belly. It's fucking hilarious, dude. It's so funny.
Those are really fun to create those.
Yeah.
I used to hate when
Can
people.
you just buy the software? You can, what do you buy, like a monthly subscription?
Yeah, I
and
did
you type
one.
in anything.
I did one. I mean, it's not even that good, but like when Trump was like talking about like Kamala, she's black, she's Indian.
Yeah.
I like just did one. Just like I thought it was funny, but it's not. I mean, it's like did it for free so quickly. It was just like.
Raanan for years identifies as fat. Now he's Jewish.
Look at the video quality.
I didn't see it.
It's
Fat, and all of a sudden now he's Jewish. When did he turn Jewish?
Dude, that's insane.
I know.
pretty
So is this an app you bought?
No, I just found it online really quickly. I just wanted to do that bit. I just looked online. It was like so quick. This isn't even that good. It's like not even fully dubbed. Yeah,
Dude, that's insane.
I know. People are like, "How'd you do that?" I'm like, "It's literally right there."
Just Google it once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but doesn't that freak you out about like the future?
It does,
Yeah.
but once you have a funny bit, you stop caring.
Yeah.
I would hate when other people. I'm like, that's really
yeah.
irresponsible to do that. We should,
Yeah.
This is really scary and
right.
misinformation.
But I
was
got
like,
5 new minutes.
Yeah, I was like,
You make
oh, that
something
could,
funny
yeah.
with it. I have control.
I was like, what?
I'm back in the driver's seat. You defending it.
AI's doing what I want.
No. It's not that bad for everybody. Give it a chance.
I mean, yeah, I mean, we're fucked. But people already believe false information all the time. What's
Yeah,
the
it can't
difference?
get worse.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he thought fucking fuel
Yeah.
can bend steel.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. I thought the Mission Impossible masks were a thing of movies.
You brought the Rogan dust on your shoulders and we all just went fucking ham.
I wonder if any of the top makeup artists have been recruited by the CIA.
I bet. Oh, that's a good. That's
1
a good,
million
yeah.
percent.
Yeah, they got to be.
1 million percent. You started SNL doing goofy mustaches for fucking
But
for
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy
But
Fallon.
Yeah.
And then you end up in a CIA bunker.
But isn't the CIA supposed to be like people you don't know? Like, I mean, like, what are they? It's not like celebrities hiding out, isn't it? Like people like in a different country or like
Yeah,
a
they're
spy?
just
So why do they have to look different, or like why do they have to be that extensive?
I guess because once you get identified, like
Then you need to, like, yeah.
it's like Michael Jordan trying to go to a Burger King.
Right.
Shane Gillis going to any Irish pub in Philadelphia. He's got to put a black woman face on.
Yeah.
Shane
If you got a
black
guy
lady
who can
face.
do like the good voices, but
Yeah.
doesn't have a face for it.
And
Yeah.
Shane just missing, like, man, I wish we could just go play darts somewhere right now. I'm like, I got a girl. It's good for you. She's your height. Throw this mask on. Let's go play fucking.
But even like I was with Louis everywhere. No, I mean, like some people recognized him, but like,
Yeah.
people aren't like looking for it.
Yeah.
It's different though. I think, dude, seeing, I don't know, even the last year with Shane, it's like you can't
Yeah,
even.
he's, like,
we
so
can't
big.
walk through the airport.
Is it
It's
crazy?
like hustle. Like he
I
has to
know.
start being a dickhead.
Really?
Not a dickhead, but it's like I can't. I gotta.
Yeah, it's wild, right? Yeah.
He gets done a stadium. It's like you're not gonna go to a local bar, dude. I forget what city it was. We did. It's like Houston or somebody opened up for him, and it was like a cul-de-sac area. It kind of looked like a mall. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Yo, where are you boys at?" And we all left the hotel and we found one little like bar to get some mozzarella sticks or something and a couple beers. And he couldn't even. First of all, the bars in this little area that was close to the venue. They were in the weeds, dude.
Oh my god!
because they had no idea Shane was performing that whole weekend, so they couldn't like properly staff because I guess it's like next to a Banana Republic and fucking Elaine Bryant, and this place is just mobbed, and they ran out of glasses, so then when he comes in, they're all just like.
Yeah.
And they're
Oh
like,
my
sit
God.
over here. We'll get you a beer. We don't have glasses. We have to wait for them to get cleaned. It's like, that dude will fuck up a town. Just stopping by, dude.
I forget how famous people are because like I'm like a nobody, but then I'm at the cellar. They're all just there in shorts writing jokes. You forget like how big certain people
Oh,
are.
yeah. In our world, it's
I
like,
have
you're
friends
just boys.
who are like, I have friends where I'm like, you shouldn't be friends with me. We're in a different tax bracket. You shouldn't even talk to me. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they're
I
friends
feel like
with
that's
you,
why.
I feel better.
People that will,
feel human.
That's what I think makes New York City nice for some of those people is that it's like nobody gives a
Right.
fuck
Gives a
there,
fuck,
so they
yeah.
just walk.
Well, I think
around.
that's why Joe List. I mean, I think he might be moving. We live in the same building, and I think at one point he probably realized like me and him have the same life, and he has way more money. He was like, "This is wrong."
Oh, that's a fucked up thing
Yeah,
to feel.
'cause we both just leave the apartment and go to shows.
Yeah.
But he has so much more money than me. But we're like living the same life.
Someone just looking at your life and going, "I can do better than
I
this."
can't.
What the
Yeah, I
fuck
shouldn't
is
be
wrong
on
with me?"
parallel.
Yeah, it's
Your best friend going, what am I doing?
Jesus, every day I wake up and I
my
see
God.
you. Is it opposite of Goodwill Hunting?
It is like
I hope you're still here.
being a comedian it's one of those jobs where like you're just friends with like rich people and famous people.
Oh, it's crazy.
And then it's like it's weird. And then you're like broke.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, not broke, but you know.
Close, yeah.
Yeah.
But you
Did
get
you
to stand next to them.
did you know Shane did you start in Philly?
Yeah.
I started in Philly, and I met Shane through. He started in Harrisburg. What was it called? Second Street or something?
Comedy Zone.
Comedy Zone. Yeah.
Oh.
And then he started coming down to Philly here and there, and then we'd meet like in between. He booked me on his show out there, and then we just became friends. And then he eventually moved to Philly, and then I eventually moved to New York, and then he moved to New York.
I remember when he moved to New York. I saw him. He was featuring. I like, or maybe I was featuring, and he was. I can't remember. Or I was doing a guest that I think he was featuring at Helium. Yeah, he was great. I mean, I saw him once. He was great in the crowd. Like he had kind of got the crowd kind of turned on him a little. He
Yeah.
was making fun of stuff. And I remember thinking like, wow, he really takes risks. And
Yeah.
but then afterwards, I'm like, I don't really take. I mean, I want the people to like me, but taking risks really pays off. Like everyone likes me, but
Yeah.
no one knows me.
Yeah.
Some people hate it, but some people really love me.
As long as you
with
get the
everyone.
majority of the country to love you,
Yeah.
that's who wins elections. Dude.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's like,
Well, Philly's forgiving in a way where I've always tried to explain this where they have a fuck you first mentality where they feel like you don't deserve anything.
right.
From the
Yeah,
male perspective.
yeah. It's called
you have
being
to-
assholes.
Yeah, 100%. But like you break that shell and then they're like, this guy's fucking.
Right.
Yeah, this guy's the best dude in the world.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you're the same person. But eventually, you know, it takes time to prove that. So the first 10 minutes of a 20-minute set can be like uphill battle for the tough head dickheads that are just
Right,
tough guy
right.
dickheads that are just combative for no reason other than
Right.
prove that you're
Make
funny.
me laugh,
yeah.
yeah.
I worked a long shift today. I paid my babysitter $100. Who the fuck are you coming out with this confidence?
I fucking hate that shit.
You got to disarm them.
But that thing, like, sometimes you know how you get a crowd that's just collectively, like, just all pricks? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's usually, like, not that big of a crowd. Like, I've done Funny Bones where everyone in the audience is just like, make me laugh, comedy guy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that makes me not want to make you laugh. That's the
Yeah.
one thing where I'm like, I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah.
Like, I can deal with a crowd that's just not that into it. I can deal with crowd talk. But if you're like, let's see you make me laugh,
Yeah.
I'm like, well, now I can't do it because that's what you want.
Yeah. I will say Philly, like,
It's like my act is not like watch how good this is.
Yeah. You're gonna. Yeah. I'm not like a. It's not like a twist ending.
you come on stage and wash your hands in a bucket first. You guys, you have no idea what's about to hit you.
Yeah, I fucking hate that shit. I did a funny bone recently. Fucking broke me. Oh man, have you done those? They're
Which one?
tough.
Yeah.
It was a Syracuse, and it broke me.
Yeah.
Really broke me. Not like Not really, but like it was tough. It was
Syracuse is tough because it's like it's all stick people
yeah.
for the most part, and they're not. I feel like they're not comedy fans. They're just entertainment
They're
fans.
retards.
Yeah, they're like mountain mongoloids.
Yeah,
where
yeah.
They, like,
Just say retards.
Well, it's alliteration. It's a little funny.
I like the political correctness. It's mountain mongoloids.
All right, wetback waterheads.
It is that thing though where it doesn't matter where you are. It's like when you have a bad enough set, you just have that feeling like, oh, they finally found it.
Yeah.
They found out that I suck. Everything is turned. No one's ever going to laugh again.
It was one of those sets where like most of the shows. So I'm headlining, but they're like papering, you know.
Yeah.
And most of the shows were just fine. I like just survived, but it was tough. But I just in my head, I just go, just pretend it's going well. It's fine. They don't know the difference. And on the last set, it was like they were just so cocky and obnoxious, and I just hated them all.
Yeah.
And then I did like it was just awful set, just bombing. Finally, after like 40 minutes, I'm like, all right, I think it was like 45. I've been doing an hour every night. I was like at 44. I'm like, I think that's enough. And I was like, I think I've done enough time, right? And then the guy in the sound booth goes, "You still got a lot of time."
Oh.
Fucker made me do an hour.
God.
Yeah, I had to do another 15 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was awful.
I think the positive, the positive of like coming up in like those,
Just get in a fight with him. You sure?
kill the 20 minutes.
What time did you start? Just burn 15 minutes on. Yeah,
You like Jaws?
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
talking to him. In
I
the
think
sound
you're wrong. I think I've done enough time that I'll just watching that. Trust me, I've done enough time.
Dude, but cutting your teeth in like bar shows when the fucking games are on.
Oh yeah, that's why I yell.
Yeah.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
I start at bars where no one's listening, and now sometimes I'll do a theater, and everyone's like, "Why is he yelling?" We're all listening patiently.
Trying to talk over the game. I know the games.
That's how Gilbert Gottfried. He said he yells because like he was just trying to get people to listen to him. That's how I feel. I feel like I just like starting out. You're doing bars. You're not doing comedy clubs in the beginning. You're doing pizza restaurants and bars, and it's like you just have to yell a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, those are always like fun streaks too. When you go on a run of like doing those shows and you have to scream and fight everybody.
Yeah.
Or you get in like a nice room and you're like, "The fuck is your problem?" And they're like, "Jesus,
Look at this fat shit." That's your opener.
But it makes you like at this point now like. If it's like a loud place, I'll do okay because like I know how to get their attention.
Yeah.
I actually like when it's a tough audience.
A little, yeah.
I don't like an audience that's just been laughing at everything.
Yeah.
It's too much nerve.
Same.
It's just like you can only either do as good or just fuck up.
It almost activates, like there's something within you that like activates other abilities that don't come out every
Yes.
set. So you start to go like, all right, self-preservation,
Yes.
a little aggression.
Yes.
And then you already have your joke writing already embedded.
Right, yes.
So then it's like now it's a full course meal.
And you're not nervous.
Yes.
You're
Yeah.
done. You're in a different world. You're
You
not
tell
in
yourself,
like
this sucks.
yeah, or not even nervous. You're not like nervous is the wrong word. You're not like I hope this goes well. You don't care.
Don't give a fuck.
And that's the best place to be in.
100%.
You get there if the audience sucks and you see them suck.
Yeah.
Or if you're really sick.
Yeah.
I have my best sets when I'm like about to die.
I take 3 glasses of I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
And then fucking swim in it.
Yes. I wasn't saying you should be an alcoholic, but yes.
And we'll be right back.
You're like, that's right. That's why I drink a
It's like,
pint
when
of
I'm
whiskey
not
a day.
actually sick, sometimes I gotta fake it.
But it's great when it's a shitty crowd. I love I hate when someone tells me the crowd's good.
When you can
Yeah.
turn a shitty crowd,
It's the best.
it's so much better than killing a live crowd.
But like, if people tell me a crowd's good, first of all, I don't think anything's good. So if people tell me a crowd's good, I'm
Yeah.
immediately like, they weren't that good.
Yeah.
But like, if you tell me they suck, I'm like, I'll have a good set.
Gear up.
Yeah, but I hate when people are like, they were great.
Yeah.
And then sometimes people do that even though they weren't great.
Yeah.
That's
And then it's just like sabotaging
That
me.
gets you going.
it does get
That
me
gets him going.
It does
That gets
get
you
me
mad?
going.
That's his
yeah,
fucking-
yeah. When like
You're like, you got a rant coming.
yeah, when like, you know, when you watch someone do bad and you know you're going into a shitty situation and you're like, how was it? And they're like, it was great.
Those
And
people
you're
should be shot.
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
You can't be that daft.
Or when you did shitty and they did shitty and they're coming off and you're like, what'd you think? And they were like, it's awesome.
I'll fucking kill you.
Fucking dude, can we talk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can we talk about what happened up
it's
there?
so
Can we
annoying.
agree how bad that was for both of us?
Because then you just take that aggression home.
Yeah.
And then you're fighting your girlfriend for no fucking reason.
And you
She doesn't
spin
know.
out, and you spin out, and start going like, should I be one of those people that says it's good
Yeah.
all the time?
Well, you
when
cut
it's
him off.
bad?
He was about to get really personal while being universal.
Yeah.
Hey, go home. You're yelling, you're yelling at your
Our biggest
girlfriend.
issues right now are
The dog's barking.
not anymore. I solved that fix. I got to get her bark down. No, you just get home and you're just like, all of those. There's so many fucking factors, right? Hey, it could be a good joke, bad show. You're worried about the booking. You're worried about the manager. You're worried about the conversation you had with a comic that you respect. Maybe you're out of pocket. Maybe you said some shit. You got an attitude about nonsense in front of a young comic that doesn't know you, but maybe was I a dick? You're coming home with all this shit. When it's a great set, you're like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. And if it
I'm
wasn't
an
a
army
good
of one.
Yeah, dude.
Nothing can stop it.
I just enter the door. She helps me take my armor off.
Yeah.
Well, there's
Just hold my helmet, lady.
there's some
I made us $50 tonight.
there's some sets. For me, I'm like, even when I have a good set, like most of the time now, I don't care. I don't know, it doesn't make me happy like it used to. But like, there are some sets that are so good where you're like, just like, it almost reminds you that you're funny.
Yes.
You're like, oh fuck, I am really funny.
1,000,000%.
And those are great sets. I don't have them. I mean, it's you know, I have them sometimes, but like, those are great sets where you're like, because you stop believing it after a while.
Every
It's
day.
always when
Yeah.
there's new stuff in there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's new jokes.
Because it's
working.
like when you do get to a place where if you kill with old stuff, you're like, it's only a matter of time. I'm
Well,
slowly
yeah,
dying.
of course.
That was nice.
Yeah.
That's it was a beautiful sunset.
Yep.
Well, I think the hard thing about comedy is you can't really see that you're funny. You can see that other people are funny, and you can recognize that you can say funny shit, but you don't like. I don't find myself funny.
Yep.
So it's hard. You're like, oh, I don't think I'm funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, I know I get laughs. I know how to be funny, but I'm just not laughing at me. You know what I mean? But when you have those sets that are great, it like reminds you that you, oh, you know.
Yeah, this is how
So funny. None of this is supposed. This is all shit I believe. I'm just up there saying what I think.
You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
hard to tell if you're.
Yeah.
You can see other people with such clarity. Like see Joe List. You're like, he's a great comic. You know, he's a great. You know the whole thing.
Yeah,
With
but ask
you-
Joe to look at himself. He'd say the same thing.
It's true.
He's the biggest, of all of us. He's probably the first guy to be like, I stink.
Yeah, no, it's true. And he's like,
He's brilliant.
he's one. He has the ideal thing of a comic to me, which is that he's funny when he's bombing.
Yeah.
And sometimes he'll like not be doing well, but like so funny that I think he must feel great afterwards. Like that must be a great riff. And then he comes off and he's like, "Oh, they were awful." I'm like, "But you were so funny."
I don't think
enjoyed
there's
every
another
second of
comic on earth that's self-deprecating and charming
yeah,
the way he is.
yeah,
Because self-deprecation it almost comes off as like reverse arrogance, where like it's off-putting
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a way
yeah,
where
for
you're
sure.
like, it seems like an easy out. You're just pulling the parachute from a
It is
fucking
reverse
falling
arrogance.
point.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And the way he does it almost ingratiate yourself with like his charm and like, I'm back on board. But he
Right.
refuses to get on the boat with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
he's like, no, I'm dying. I'm gonna die. And they're like, no, we love you. And he's like somehow so loving and hilarious.
And his self-deprecation feels like it comes from like this old tradition of comedy. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? He's so interesting because he's like so natural on stage, but also feels like comedy is just in his bones. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I think he's naturally the funniest person, you know?
It's crazy.
Yeah, and I think it's like, to be funny when you're bombing, that's like a hard thing. Like, you know. But yeah, no, he's great. But yeah, everyone hates themselves. You know?
That's the message.
Well, Kafka,
Yeah.
before Kafka, when he was dying, he like demanded his manager to burn all his manuscripts. He just thought they were terrible. He didn't want anyone to read them. And then he did it. And that's why we have like, you know, a lot of his books now. But like a lot of his books didn't like the trial and stuff.
Really?
He wanted to destroy those because he thought they were so bad, you know? So if he thinks that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then like, I guess what help is there for anyone? He literally was like, I'm so bad, this stuff needs to be burned. Like, like the trials considered like a
Yeah.
classic.
I don't
you
want
know?
any record.
Yeah,
of
he's like,
this.
I'm so embarrassed by this.
I mean,
yeah.
the battle is like I don't think I've ever gotten along with somebody that didn't have this thought process of going, yeah, I fucking stink.
Yeah.
And the struggle to know you're not.
So
you know you're not a bit, but you're like constantly going, you're good enough.
So you don't get along with black comics.
Dude, white comics acting like black comics is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's like you want to announce, my girl and I talk about this in every industry. It's like, God, you meet somebody and you're like, how are you this confident?
Yeah.
Knowing what I know of your value and your talents.
Yeah.
You should not be parading around as if you're flawless.
Well, it's like because they're an idiot. I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're not thinking about it. It's because they have little value that makes them cocky.
Yeah.
It's because they don't have any self-awareness.
They're mongoloids.
Yeah, they're mountain Mongols.
I hope that I always hope that it's like a strategy.
Syracuse, I'll be in your town.
Are you really?
No.
Oh God, thank God. I would say kill yourself now. Forget about it. Don't even find the dog a new owner.
I'm not afraid though. I love Syracuse.
No, whatever. It was fine. It was fun at the time.
Yeah, it was good. I like it.
Sometimes you just need a show
Hope
to
they have
break
him back.
you.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
You also like, you have to do bad. Like, I feel like sometimes I'll be doing really well for a while. Like, I'm on a streak, and I'm like, I will do bad eventually. You just have to.
Yeah.
And then you have to feel bad and want to get them back.
Yeah.
Because you get cocky. Anytime you get cocky, you bomb, you know?
What's to your point? There's not like the fulfillment of doing great with old shit only has a shelf life. And if it doesn't have a shelf life, you're going to be that dude for 10 years doing fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Philly had a bunch of those guys.
The 10-minute guys.
Oh my God.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot of comics who just do the same 15 minutes. And they get booked a lot. And I'm just like, can we just admit that the people who are putting out hours are just in a different class? Or like people who have different material, you know?
Yeah. And also, you just feel like it is kind of wasting everybody's time.
Yeah.
It's like, what if they're not thinking of anything new? If they're not tired, like if they don't believe anything different,
Well, what I don't get,
what is the point?
Yeah.
what I don't get is like, I just lose my mind doing that. Like, it would just be boring to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like, I write new shit just because I'm bored. Like,
Yeah.
how are they not bored? And it's because they're alcoholics.
Fuck, I got to write.
Solution to everything.
Let's wrap this up so I can write a bit.
I got to piss so bad.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
Like, plug away, baby.
All right,
You're
yeah.
just on Rogan. They're going to see you.
Wait.
This is going to come out next week.
I'm kind of used to doing a 4-hour podcast now. Can we do it a little longer?
See how much fun you can condense in 60 minutes?
Well, this
He's
is
been
an
watching
hour?
a lot of
It was
old
an hour.
movies. Yeah.
My time's so... I thought this was 12 minutes.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, Jew boy. You're up.
My time's been so fucked up by the Rogan pod. I'm like, we just got started, right?
Yeah, that's a good sign, baby.
We haven't even looked at anything else.
The second hour, Patreon's just all looking on
It's just reading War and Peace.
I thought I sat down a second ago. You're like, we're not recording this. And then I was like, oh, we're done?
Well, we do have to shave a minute off when you were shitting on Rogan.
Oh, shit. Right. Thank you. My special Brave. Check it out.
Fuck yeah.
When does this come out?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday? I have a new movie that the Memory Room, my co-director is my buddy Dan McCabe. We went $13,000 over budget. So if you want
him out.
to see the preview and see how you can be involved in the movie, there's different rewards. Go to memoryroommovie.com, watch the trailer, and see how you can help us finish the movie.
We're going to drop your Venmo right here.
Just give me money.
How do they find you online?
I'm just like, I'll suck your dick for $10. I really need money right now.
Believe in this movie. Dude. That's the actual ending of the Thriller. Whose dick do I have to suck for this to end?
And follow me on Instagram, Raanan Comedy.
Hell yeah.
RAAN.
Thank you, Ron.
Dude, yeah,
Thank you so much for
doing it.
having us.
Yeah,
This is so much fun.
absolutely.
Check out the Patreon. Subscribe.